So this might not be the most thrilling video of all time, but I have said I'm going to take people along for the journey as I learn new things. And I am trying the auto fly on the drone. So I literally just started it and it will fly behind you. So obviously I had to walk away. I did decide to stop because I know that there is some options that can make it move around. So I'm trying to figure those out. So a couple things I wanted to test. One, I had it flying in between some trees that had some low clearance, and I wanted to make sure that everything worked fine. And I kind of found a little bit of a pothole there, so to speak, and kind of stumbled over that. As well as trying this, I'm actually going out to the barnyard, former barnyard, because we just took the barn down the other day and we've been working on it every day, cleaning up. And every day when we finish, it's a little bit in the dark. So every morning I've been taking the drone out to do a little bit of practice, but at the exact same time as doing a little bit of practice, I'm kind of seeing where we left off because, yes, I was there, but at the same time it was getting dark. So when there's multiple people working, you want to kind of see everything where everyone left off. So right here we have a huge pile of rubble from the barn, and this is all going to be grind up on this particular day, and it'll be made into small rocks. So that is kind of exciting. I'll do a whole video on the grinding process, and I will be honest, the machine for grinding up the rocks was probably the machine I was most intrigued by. I will say when you're in the auto mode there and the drone starts flying up to you, it takes a little bit to get used to. This drone for a drone is fairly quiet, but it still makes a fair bit of noise. And when it starts coming at you, it's noticeable. So anyways, I kind of figured I would test going up on a different elevation and try that out. There's also some settings to have it kind of fly around you, which I know I'm going to try at some point. It might be coming up now. And I don't think this is where I figured it out, but I decided to head back down. And I will admit, if I had fallen there, because there's a lot of trip hazards, I would have shown it because, hey, that's far more entertaining. But I also wanted to kind of see the back area because, again, I'm kind of also planning out my day and also seeing where the guys are at. And these piles of dirt are from what we would call a dump. A dump was basically a mound of dirt that was basically placed on the ground up to the second floor, second level of a barn, and basically you could drive a wagon of hay up there back in the day when they didn't have elevators to unload, and it made life a lot easier. And again, just checking out the area, assessing everything. I think this is about where I did actually figure out how to get it to go on a bit of a angle, and there it goes. So that's pretty neat to get it to automatically adjust and change angle. Again, doing two things at once, playing with the drone, but at the exact same time, kind of looking at the area and kind of assessing everything. And I'm actually pretty happy with some of these features on this drone, especially due to the fact that it's very easy for a new person to use and figure out, because I'm not much on instructions and I just like trying things. And some of these auto features like this just swinging around me, I was pretty impressed, to say the least. I thought it was very user friendly, and for someone like myself that's brand new to the drone world, it is a great drone for me to learn. I do find I'm getting better every single day with it. I am practicing and doing more and more things. Before the barn came down, I was trying to fly in between some of the beams. And I'm sure when people are doing this all the time, because I've seen some videos that they don't show themselves walking with a remote in their hand, but I don't really want to just set it down and go wandering when I don't know 100% what it's going to do yet, especially if I get close to the building or a tree. I don't want it to hit something. I know the avoidance is there, but the avoidance didn't work for me once already. So I still like having the controller in my hand, and I just feel it's a little safer. And honestly, when I'm walking around there, it's not really a big deal having it in my hand in the picture, because honestly, it's not like this is a cinematic masterpiece that I'm trying to do anything with. And I honestly took over control at this point and started to do a little bit of practice. I also wanted to try to do a little bit of practice of moving the drone around, and kind of wanted to show the front of the building, which I just kind of built that wall. Hopefully in the spring we'll put a new paint job on that roof, because we haven't done it in a very, very long time. And now that the barn's down, would like to leave the one building we left all nice and pretty, especially because all the kind of junk around you kind of see as we're doing this. And after the demolition's done, hopefully most of it will be cleaned up very shortly. But then the rest of it will be early next year, because I probably won't want to do it in the frozen winter. And again, I'm just kind of getting close to calling it quits, so I decided to go for a little joyride and go for a flight and play with some angles and just practice. I've done a bunch of videos doing this and going over the fields. I am going over the bush a little bit more lately on some of my practice, just because I want to practice and just look at a little bit different territory while I'm practicing. And it's kind of become custom. As I walk back to the house, I just fly over our old fields, take some video, and walk back to the house, and then I'll return the drone to the house. Sometimes I'll just hit the return home and land button, and sometimes I will do it fully to practice. It just all depends on my mood on that day and which I want to do. And I actually would have liked to have thrown the drone up. The gentleman that's cropping this, our old property, this land that I'm showing right now, took that down today actually, and I would have liked to have got the drone up, but I didn't, because I was busy working on another project, and I just didn't do it. But it would have been nice to have gotten some drone shots while he was taking the corn off, but it is what it is. Anyways, not the most thrilling video, but I did want to take you along with the very first time that I used the auto track on the drone, as well as a little bit of a early morning walk to decide what my day was going to look like on the barn cleanup. And I do hope you at least found some entertainment on this, and I hope to see you on the next one. So please subscribe and have a great day.